Hello and welcome to another To It For Media feature interview. I'm your host, Jhaka Wooding, and today we are talking everything kids and the sea because it's that time of year again for us to head out to the water with KATS. But before we do that, we need to get all the details. So, of course, all the kids can get involved in this year's activity. We have that for you after this quick break.
Orange alert! Orange alert!
Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Of course, KATS is back again and we are so happy to bring you that information. To help us with that today, we have the Assistant Director, Bijon Smith. Tell us a bit about yourself and your involvement with KATS.
Okay, hi. Well, my involvement with KATS started 3 years ago. It was a very frightening experience at first because I was not good with crowds, but it built my confidence, my self-esteem. I'm a very great teacher now, I can say that. And I just love working with kids. Kids and the Sea. It is a very interesting program because it gets the kids in tune with the sea life, the marine life, the basic sea skills, and basic knowledge that a lot of captains around here already know. So they know this at a young age. So
yeah, and it helps to prepare them, of course, for the BVI's thriving marine industry.
Yes.
And just gets them more involved in, of course, safety out on the water, which is very important.
Definitely, and that's our number one rule, is to be safe out there on the water.
Awesome. Now, you're no new face to It For Media's cameras. Last year when we went out on the water with KATS, you were our captain.
Oh, yes.
I think we did pretty well, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Awesome. So, of course, things are coming up this year. Could you give us some kind of idea of what things are looking like this year for KATS?
This year, because we have so many students that want to return, we introduced an advanced program. So therefore, we turned it up a notch. We made it a little bit more challenging, but we are still welcoming new students. You can look out for the flyers on Facebook page. We are still accepting applications. And also we have a mandatory swim test this Saturday on June 8th in King Garden Bay in front of Ramos. You can still apply online or you can shop in person and we get everything sorted there.
Of course, and they can't miss you if you're in those bright green shirts out in the sun on Saturday.
At all. Just look for the green shirts and the little kids running around.
Awesome. Now, I have the list of activities here, and it's a really packed activity list for the kids this year.
Yeah.
Basic boating skills, rowing, knots. I mean, it's so easy to forget how to do your knots when you're not practicing all the time.
Especially when you're not practicing, right?
Mangrove conservation education, kayaking in the mangroves, sailing, boat safety, and snorkeling. So
Yes.
it's very easy to understand why students would want to come back every year. So the addition of the advanced program allows KATS to cater to new students, but also keep developing the skills of the students from the previous years.
Yes. And with the advanced, we have another program set up for CITs. It's called Captains in Trainings. These are the kids that are very interested in being a captain in the future. And we keep them engaged whatever marine exercise comes around, which is the sailing school on Nanki, still diving, still snorkeling, anything to do with the marine. They're very interested, and we also recruited some new ones for this year. I think we're still in the interview process. So yeah, so we got some good things coming for this year. We're just trying to upgrade the program every time we come around.
Very important. And of course, we'll touch base with Mr. Brian Liverpool
Yes,
right
some
after we speak with you to get some more details on that. I just want to ask you, of course, as I guess the fruit of the KATS program, how impactful you would say this has been to your journey as an individual. You mentioned that it helped with your confidence earlier, and of course, in you honing the skills to continue on your career path.
So I am a boat captain, licensed boat captain, and because I use the skills so often, teaching it is very easy. And with the job I'm in, the patience level, it gets higher and higher and higher. Dealing with children, you really need patience, so it helps. And it feels good to seem like a role model, especially when they see you out in the regular places like the supermarkets. They'll be like, hey, that's Captain Bijan. And it's like, oh, I miss you. I can't wait to come back. It just seems so uplifting just to know that you created someone that could invest in the BVI in the future, and they're not going to be out there just wondering what it is they want to be when they grow up. They already have this mindset like, okay, I want to be like Captain Bijan or, something like that.
So awesomely put. Thank you so much for making the time to talk to us today, and we'll be looking out for you when we come onto the grounds so we could head out onto the water if that's again.
I can't wait.
And with that, viewers, we take a quick commercial break. When we return, we are in the seat with Mr. Brian Liverpool. We had a great discussion with him last year, so we're still moving off of that energy. We'll be right back.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. As promised before the break, we have in our seat right now Mr. Brian Liverpool. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Awesome. I'm doing good. Thank you for coming back this year. I'm glad we didn't scare you off with our long interview last year.
Of course not, of course not.
All right. Well, it's time again for Kids and the Sea to get going. I know every year there are very important partners that come on board to assist in this very vital program, from allowing the kids to come and have activities at their facilities to sending in facilitators. I think HLSCC does an amazing job with the mangrove conservation program. So tell me a bit about what the partnerships are looking like for KATS this year.
This year, we have returned in, as always, Unite BVI. They fund the program, actually. They give us a check, which is absolutely important.
Yeah.
We have shipping registry. I'm actually really happy to see shipping registry. It's really important. It's one of my missions, personal mission, to see the local BVI and then islanders to really get involved, and having a partner like shipping registry really helps solidify that partnership. We also have QINLA, as Bijan mentioned earlier. We have our advanced program, and one of the things we're going to do afterward is go out on the QINLA. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I am not. Please fill me in.
It's a really beautiful trimaran.
Okay.
So the kids are going to have a really good time. They're going to be on the boats. There's going to be sailing, scuba diving, and different activities. So it's going to be a blast. It's one of those good rewards after
working hard all summer.
Yes.
Awesome. And of course, HLSCC is the program based at the Marine Center again?
Yes. Must say thank you to Dr. George and his whole team, Susan and Matt, and Lord, I better stop calling names. I'll probably forget somebody important. But the HLSC has a really good team, and they've been really, really good to us in providing a home for us. That's where our equipment is stored, our boats and everything. This year, we're actually going to have some new boats. So that's something to look forward to. We shall be branding those boats with some of our partners' name on it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that also.
Amazing. Now, you mentioned the advanced program. I want to dive a bit deeper into that because a lot of the time we do see programs where children are trained in certain areas, but there's lacking avenues for them to take that next step beyond hopping into it in their adult years. So could you just take me into the thought process of why KATS has decided to have this advanced program this year?
Well, actually, it's an evolution. It's something I'm really proud of. I can't take credit for it. This is Julie. Whenever you see Julie, tell her thank you. It's amazing to see how KATS started. When KATS started, it was 12 Saturdays for the month of June going to July. One Saturday for 8 to 12 or 9 to 12. Then KATS went dormant. I can't give you a little background so you can appreciate it.
Fill me in.
KATS went dormant for quite a few years, and it was one of those things, try to get off the ground, but it initially started with all volunteer. Everyone that was part of the program volunteered at that time. But life has changed. The economy, everything has changed.
Yeah.
And so when we got Julie, I was introduced to Julie from math at HLSCC, and she came up with some brilliant ideas, including reaching out to Unite for funding. And from there, the KATS evolved from being a 12-week program, well, only on Saturdays, which at 7/4/28, we were graduating something like 28 to 30 students every summer. And our vision was, let's do more. And so now we're doing 28 to 30 students, depending on registration, a week. So we went from a 20 plus program to graduating with kids over 100 students for the summer. The problem, or what we ran into with that, is that we have a lot of recurring students, kids that really love it, really love the program, really engaged, but we recognized that we needed to make the program better. If they come back doing the same thing, after a while, we're going to lose those students. So it's making it rich, for lack of a better word, making better. So we go more in depth. We emphasize more. In that short week, we pretty much skim the surface of topics that we deem necessary to prepare our young people. But then we go more in depth now for the advance. Currently, we can only do 14 students.
Okay.
But we've definitely seen registration for more than 14 students. So we know for sure there's a need for the program, and I'm looking forward to see how it's going to evolve next year. And that's where Bijan comes in. Where Bijan sits now is where I used to sit. This year, I'm really guilty of not being as involved, but it's extremely comforting to know that without my involvement, it's going smooth. It's like, Brian's not around? Okay, no problem.
Of course, because Julie made sure you had a succession plan.
That is where key is. That is the key. And there's Bijan and Kamal and a host of young people, young BVI landers that once, Bijan said, it's proud, or it's so good to see when students walk up to you and say, hey, Captain Bijan, I am that. Well, I got gray hair now, but I'm that person that Bijan once walked up to and say, hey, you remember me? Now I look up or I look across or I look down a little bit. He's probably taller than me now. And he's experiencing that. And that is, you can't put a price on that. So that's the evolution of KATS. So we went from 30 students to over 100 students graduating in the summer. And we have recurring students that wants more. And with the help of Unite and our various sponsors, the college, they're introducing labs now for the advanced and different stuff. So that's how we're gonna evolve the program, and it's gonna just keep evolving. You know, I'm not gonna be around forever. Julie's not gonna be around forever. Bijan is not gonna be, but I'm confident with our CITs, our captain in training, the drive, the hunger they have, the love for cats, that I don't think we're gonna go through that dormant period again. One thing I remember, every summer we do a debriefing,
Okay.
and I remember one of my CITs saying, "We're gonna have to put cats on his tombstone," and that touched me. That is just golden to know that the program is gonna live on, and it's gonna evolve to bigger and better.
And as it continues to evolve, of course, you are going to need more partners to assist in that process. If there are any private or corporate, corporate or otherwise entities looking to get involved or assist in the program, see how they could invest or get involved otherwise, how can they do so?
Facebook is one of the easiest ways. You can reach out to myself or Julie. Once you hit Facebook, Facebook is probably the quickest and simplest way. But you can also, on our webpage, you should see our contact information. Also, you should see Julie contact information, my contact information, John Lewis, our chairman, Tom and Barbara Gorka, one of our founding members or the founding members. Yeah, so there's anyone you know in CATS. Once you reach out, we'll gladly. We accept monetary donations or even bodies. If you're one of, you have the skill, you're a captain or something, you just want to come by and just pass some of your knowledge on, we more than welcome you to come by anytime during the week during our program to share that knowledge. It's amazing giving back to the community. It's just one of those things you just can't put a price on.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for making the time to come down here today. It sounds like we might not be seeing you for this interview next year. It might just be Bijan and one of the CITs.
Exactly, and that's growth. That is growth.
All right. Well, you're a busy person, so I'm sure you'll find your way back to our studio at some point or the other.
I'm always happy to come by.
All right. And thank you, viewers, for staying tuned with us here today. Of course, join CATS this summer. 284 Media will be on the scene bringing you our own experience. I heard we will be getting wet this year. I'm somewhat excited, but somewhat not as well. So you need to stay tuned to see that. Of course, it's Kids and the Sea BVI on Facebook. Get involved and stay tuned to 284 Media for more great content.